Shark Tank, talking about a lot of the big hits. Now it's time to talk about the companies that you missed.
The regret.
The regrets, the things you wished you'd invested in.
It always comes to this. We wouldn't admit it.
Do you not admit it when you've missed out on something?
Of course you don't admit it. You don't want to be a loser.
Why cry over spilt milk when you know there's another great deal coming through the Shark Tank?
Who's there?
One deal that should really hurt involved a company called Doorbot, a video doorbell system.
Introducing the Doorbot, the first ever video doorbell built for the smartphone.
The sharks went out one by one.
It's really not an internet play, it's a consumer device.
I just don't think it's for me.
This company, instead of being worth $7 million, could be worth 80 million, 90 million. I just don't see that progression, and for that reason, I'm out.
But CEO Jamie Siminoff walked out of the tank and straight to the bank. Doorbot, now renamed Ring, is reported to be valued at $460 million, the most of any company to appear on Shark Tank.
Over 100 million in sales, over 1,000 team members now in the company. Coming from where we were at in the garage.
This is the garage. It's a two-car office.
It has been a crazy, beyond crazy ride.
One of the quote-unquote misses of Shark Tank was Copa Di Vino. And
A miss?
a miss in
somebody,
the sense that he made a huge
Oh, I'll believe it when I see it.
Groans from the sharks because Copa Di Vino and its owner, James Martin, is probably the most infamous entrepreneur ever to enter the tank.
America's first premium wine by the glass.
His product, a single-serve cup of wine, was a hit with the sharks.
Wow. That's never been done in wine before, and I grant him that was a good move. I really like your patent.
His personality, not so much.
You could feel the antipathy through the TV set, guys.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was...
You guys didn't like him.
But we didn't respect him either.
You guys all try to get into the
I'm in the
deal.
wine business. The problem with him, he tried to sell me on a winery. That is a bad business.
The first time.
And when the sharks began to circle,
Why are we even in the wine business? Why aren't we licensing this to all the wineries?
Martin began to sweat.
He was sweating.
Oh, yeah, that was the best part.
I'll buy 51% of it for $600,000.
Martin rejected the offer, angering all the sharks.
I am going to go buy a $1,000 bottle of wine tonight, and I'm going to drink it because I'm weeping for the opportunity lost. This was your moment. You turn around, it's gone.
But in a Shark Tank first, Martin returned the following year, this time uncorking some juicy sales figures.
We went from 600,000 in sales to 5 million in sales in 1 year. I was right. We were building a brand.
And ready to rub the sharks' noses in it.
I'm back. Are you kidding me? Thought we kicked you to the curb.
James, you're still dead to me.
I had a hate for Kevin O'Leary at a level that wasn't healthy at all. And my opportunity to come back was also my chance to get the last word in and say, look, you blew it, but I'm also gracious enough to give you a second chance. With your investment, we'll drink these together and we'll toast to the millions we'll continue to roll in.
You've tortured me so long, I'm going to put an offer out anyways.
The second time he came on, he stood out there, and he knew we all were interested, and he was trying to be too cool, too smart.
It's $1 million bottle of wine.
He was up there thinking he's the man.
Instead of just taking the deal, Martin kept taking sips of his wine, playing coy.
It was a lot of money. We were negotiating, and he's like, I'm going to take a sip. And what did I do? I'm out, right? I don't need you that much.
You screwed around. You're playing games, and there's nothing I hate more than playing games. And you came in and created drama. I'm really out. I mean, you just came here to waste our time.
I think we all know the Sharks blew it and missed out on the biggest opportunity they ever had, which was me.
But with Copa Di Vino, nobody regrets that you didn't get in on that. No regrets.
Can you imagine dealing with him on an ongoing basis?
He would ruin our lives, our happy lives.
To date, Copa Di Vino says it has sold 38 million cups of wine in places ranging from convenience stores to Madison Square Garden, reportedly earning $12 million a year.
Cheers. I didn't need the Sharks. They needed me. The Sharks needed me. They needed a really, really successful brand that went everywhere. And they didn't get it because they got greedy.
I think in the second one, he forgot his place. He is not the shark. We're the sharks.
And then there was the dating app, Coffee Meets Bagel.
Coffee Meets Bagel is here to profoundly change how people discover and fall in love.
The three Kang sisters came into the tank looking to find a match.
If I offered you $30 million for the company, would you take it?
No.
We got so many emails from people like, are you crazy? You sisters are so crazy. Like, what are you thinking?
What happens when you get turned down? Coffee Meets Bagel, $30 million
No,
offer.
that was nonsense. No,
That was a big offer.
No,
Somebody's
sensitive. No, I'm not
That was a
sensitive.
dumb deal for you to do.
Okay, so first of all,
Thank goodness I stopped them.
Those sisters walked away.
no, I sat there and I said, hypothetically speaking, right, if I offered you $30 million, right, would you take it? And then they went out and started doing interviews and telling everybody Mark Cuban offered them $30 million and we turned them down. So yeah, there was no chance.
Someone's ego's hurt over there.
What? You're a little fired?
Yeah, clearly Mark is over it.
One of the near misses for you, Robert, was Bouqs, a flower delivery service that you passed on.
We all passed on it.
The Bouqs Company disrupts the flour delivery system by selling directly to consumers, cutting layers of middlemen in the process. Its founder, John Tabis, had a really hard time in the tank. All the sharks seem to hate the product.
It's a flower business.
I think it's a terrible name.
It is 6 days to delivery.
Whoa.
I'm out.
In my defense, I think they did a bad job of doing the presentation. And they had astronomical numbers. They were doing $2 million a year, and they said next year will be 12, and then we'll be 30. And we hate stuff like that. We're like, it'll never happen.
If I want to send flowers to your grave, I have to wait 6 days. And I think, and I think you died here today.
I thought I did pretty well. B+. Brutal. We did $1 million 2 days ago in the day. So we did in 24 hours more than we had done in the entire year leading up to the Shark Tank.
Fast forward 3 years later, I'm getting married, and I get a quote for the flowers. I'm like, this is nuts. How come flowers cost so much? And I call him up, and I say, John, Robert from Shark Tank, how come flowers cost so much? He said, come and see me. I'll explain the flower business to you. Draws it out for me, shows me what they're doing. I'm like, I love it. So I took part of their last round. We just raised $24 million.
So you did get in.
Well, then that's the one I regret not doing, because that's the deal I would have loved.
That's one of
That's
your
the one,
regrets.
yeah, that I would.
And most importantly, I saved a ton of money on my flowers for my wife.
Well, thank God for that.